Okay, Ray, you've got this. You're going to brave the English Channel. Just use the Force, Ray. Thank you, Master Skywalker. Let's do this. Cannonball! Young Woman and the Sea. Directed by John Ronan, and is the 2024 original Disney Plus historical biopic based on the incredible true story of Trudy Everlade, the first ever woman in history to swim across the English Channel. So, Young Woman and the Sea tells the story, like I said, based on the real life story of Trudy Everlade. Uh, she grew up in New York in a patriarchal time in the world when the world puts males above females, sadly, and Trudy proves to be a real fighter in a world dominated by men, as uh, 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 she proves to be the most talented swimmer in her family against all doubters, surprising even her sister, mother, father, and brother, and even her woman, a coach who trains young girls to swim. And after successes and break records broke, and after medals and records broken in the Olympics, Trudy makes the decision the big thing she wants to do with her life is be the first woman to swim the English Channel, because before only men have done so. I have to give the biggest thank you to Maya Powell, Frozen Things Studios, for the recommendation, because I wasn't even aware this movie existed until he mentioned it in his Instagram post. So thank you so much, buddy. I was able to check the movie out on Disney Plus yesterday, and this movie was robbed of a bigger cinematic release. I mean, it's a pity it was mostly just limited to Disney Plus. And in fact, I think May was kind of the wrong month to release it. I would have personally released it in July, so that's it would release the exact same time as the upcoming Paris Olympics. But after watching it for myself, OMG, Young Woman and the Sea is a superb masterpiece on all accounts. This is a wonderful, wonderful movie, and sorry, challengers, uh, mate, but Young Woman and the Sea may have just taken your throne as best sports movie of all time. I am being dead serious, and this is the most empowering and inspiring movie for women I have seen literally since Barbie. And it may be the single greatest original Disney Plus movie, period, and and, and one of the greatest biopic movies I've ever watched. It is so raw, so intense, so uh, uplifting, so triumphant, so stupendously beautiful, and Daisy Ridley as Trudy Everlade. I mean, initially Lily James was going to play Trudy, and initially this movie was going to be made by an entirely different studio. But I'm so pleased Daisy Ridley got to the role, as she deserves way more work after the Star Wars sequel trilogy, and alongside Rey from Star Wars, Trudy Everlade is neck and neck with Rey as her other signature role. Yeah, she is utterly incredible as Trudy Everlade, and the real life of Trudy would be proud of Daisy, and Daisy trained for months on end alone just to prepare herself for this role and just to prepare for all the swimming scenes, because this movie has more swimming scenes than any other movie I have ever seen. And this is well, and this shows how good a Disney can be, even modern Disney. Like, Disney, please make more original movies like this. It's is sacrilege that nobody's talking about this movie. It deserves to be on the radar far more, and I hope my review puts it on the radar. Trudy has to be one of my top 5 protagonists of 2024, no question. She is a fierce, badass woman. Even as a child, she caught the measles, and the doctor was like, "Sorry, uh, there's nothing I can do for her." And then Trudy just beats the measles and comes downstairs, all cures, and she she bugged her father until he would let her train to swim. And after her coach pushed her uh, by by uh, uh, by training her even harder, with penalty being on call duty if she lost races. Trudy worked her way up to the very top, and to even becoming an Olympic champion. Defying everybody's expectations of her. This movie shows what an extraordinary human she was. She was ahead of her time, and also she was also not only the first woman to swim the English Channel, but she changed the face of sports and women in sports going forward, because before, women would not wear that revealing clothes when swimming in comparison to men, but she changed her outfit so when she swam the channel to be far more revealing, and she didn't give a damn what anybody thought, and there was and the parade for her in New York, praising her as the Queen of the Sea. There has never been a larger parade in New York for an athlete ever, for a man or woman, as they say in the beautiful closing moments of the film. And the director, John Ronan, I've got to give him all the credit, because he totally respects women, and you wouldn't think such a feminist movie could work with a male director, but he no, but he gets the female gender so well, and even and I even love Trudy's trainer, like Trudy's sister. She's Trudy's other big influence to become the swimming legend that she was. As she says, how in nature it's the lioness that does the hunting, and it's the queen bee that commands the hive. So that's why women in this world deserve way more respect. And Trudy's family I absolutely loved, especially her sister. Though her sister is older in the movie, in real life, the actress is 2 years younger than Daisy Ridley, ironically, but still, her sister and Trudy, yeah, have the best bond in the film. It was initially thought that's her that the older sister would be the better swimmer, but no, Trudy would go on to keep her passion for swimming, whereas her sister would move on and go and marry and would would just be a good swimmer, but not on her sister's level. And her brother has less to do in the movie than her other family members, but he is still a supportive and a genuine brother. And Trudy's father, the butcher, you initially think he's also a sexist pig. He's like, society will never let me train women to swim, but with the encouragement of Trudy's mother, he does. And when Trudy does make the swim across the channel, is uh, part of Trudy's crew that cheer her on at every step of the way. Trudy's mother, she uh, is she tells Trudy the story about how a boat catch fire and there were lots of deaths because the women on that boat didn't know how to swim. So Trudy wants to inspire women like her to swim so that deaths like that can be prevented in the future. And the most likable male in this movie is the dude that broke the record for the men swimming the English Channel. He never gives up on Trudy, and unlike most of the other men, he is convinced that Trudy can do it, and he was right. And Christopher Eccleston plays an absolute prick who the the uh, the people sponsoring Joe Trudy's first attempt to swim the channel, they force her to have him as her coach, or they won't sponsor her. Wow, uh, they are dicks, and yeah, he purposely gives her tea while she's first swimming the channel just to purposely make her fail, just because he doesn't want to see a woman complete the channel. When Trudy does succeed in her second attempts and you see him get his underwear in a twist, you're like, ha, lav, fuck you for ever dousing her. She proved all the misogynists wrong. This movie is not entirely historically accurate, but it is. Mostly, but the changes it makes are only minor and they do enhance the movie. Like, I think it was another year before Trudy would make her second attempt to swim the channel where she did complete it, whereas in the movie she just makes her second attempt immediately after her first. This was just done for pacing. And I have to say, uh, the swimming scenes in this movie are the finest ever put to film. If you thought the tennis scenes and challenges were intense, well, uh, prepare to have your socks blown off by the swimming scenes here. Like when Trudy swims from New York to New Jersey in just 2 hours and 50 minutes, that 55 minutes to be exact. Wow. And when she and and the entire third act when Trudy is making her iconic swim across the channel, what the entire movie has led to, it delivers on every single level, and the intensity has never been higher. Like, even though know Trudy is going to make it because it is based on a true story, you still fear for her safety every single time she's in peril. Like when she swims through the swarm of jellyfish and has stings all over her body, but she still presses on, undeterred. Wow, what's what warrior? And yeah, she is hardcore to say the least, and and also she completed her swim across the channel faster than any man. She beat the men's record by 2 hours. She swam the channel in 14 hours 30 minutes. And I get some people do criticize the movie's runtime and pacing, that uh, but I never minded it because I was the entire time just on Trudy's side and on the women's side to just rise above all the sexism that was towards them, even before the channel swim climax. Even the soundtrack is so damn epic, with Sisters being my personal favorite track, as that's beautifully showcases the bond between Trudy and her sister, and she couldn't have done it without her sister. And the final moments of the movie where they show real footage of Trudy, the real life Trudy in black and white, and they say Trudy would later lose her hearing in later life, so she would dedicate her life to showing deaf children the ways of swimming. That was such a uh, uh, that was such a tear jerky and points away uh, to close off the movie, and Disney have been known to make us cry more than any other studio. So it's about time they made another movie like this. And so overall, A Young Woman and the Sea is the definition of a masterpiece and one of the strongest movies of 2024. I'm being serious.
I give Young Woman and the Sea 5 stars out of 5. Best sports movie ever.
I still can't believe how moved I was by this masterpiece. Yeah, I mean, Disney. This is the most you have uh, made me cry since I can't remember. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on Young Woman and the Sea? Is it your favorite sports movie and favorite original Disney Plus movie? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I review uh, Barbie: A Touch of Magic season 1 and 2, as well as Deadpool and Wolverine very soon. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.